Okay, now we're working on the fourth section in chapter 2. Here are the answers to the in-class practice, just so you have them. Go ahead and double check your work to see if it came out correct. Alrighty, and we're going to move on. The imaginary unit. Use the imaginary unit to I to write a complex number. Well, this becomes which the square root of 12 can even be simplified, and it would look like that. Whereas this one, the second here, again, square root 24 can be simplified. Sorry, I'm not sure I wrote too big, so I was looking at the line above for a moment. 4 plus 2 root 6 I. And this last one, oh, it's not the last one, sorry, is square root 16 square root negative 1, which is 4I. And 23 as a complex number is 23. You can add 0I if you want to, but 23 is a sufficient answer. All right, operations with complex numbers. Add, subtract, multiply complex numbers. Add is pretty straightforward. Subtract is pretty straightforward. First thing you're going to do is convert these two into imaginary. So I have 2 minus 2 root 3I. 12 is root 12 is 2 root 3 plus 3. Well, 48 is 16 times 3, so that's 4 root 3. 3 plus 4 root 3. All right, well, notice they both have root 3, so I can now put those all together. So I have 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. And I have minus 2 plus 4, so that just gives me plus 2 root 3 i's. All right, let's look at the next one. Subtract. Now remember, I'm going to have to distribute this negative. So this becomes 1 minus 3i minus 3 plus 4. I'm sorry, that's supposed to be an I. Okay, 4i. So I have 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Negative 3 and 4 gives me 1 positive I. Now notice they're always written as the real number and then plus or minus the imaginary part. So that's the order they must be in. Okay? And when I multiply this, there's something in multiplication to be careful. 12 minus 6i minus 2i squared. But what we have to watch out for is that this 2i is equal to negative 1. What that does is change the sign of the number ahead of the symbol ahead of the 2. So now I have 12 plus 2, so 14, plus 4 minus 6i minus 2i. There we go. That's the trick that you got to watch out for those I squareds. Okay, so what we're going to do is look at this as 4 plus 5i squared because what this is going to look like would be 4 minus 5i times 4, which is what I want. The conjugates because I get rid of the I that way. And then another 4 minus 5i and another 4 plus 5i. What this does is these two give me 4 squared root of 16 minus 5 squared is 25I squared. Now, this I squared, what do you say happens with the I squared? I squared becomes 16. Well, the thing to remember is that this is the exact same. This is also 16 plus 25 is 41. So now I have 41 times 41 for my denominator. So 1681 for my denominator. And now I have this top thing, which is 3I, 4 plus 5I squared. Now, I believe WebAssign will take that as your answer, but I'm going to go ahead and multiply this out just so you can see it. Let me see if 6, 7, 8, 16, 6, no. Okay, I was just trying to see if the 1681 was divisible by the 3, and it is not. So, when I square the 4 plus 5I, I get 16 plus 40I plus 25I squared. Okay, I squared changes this to a negative. So now I have 3, it's all the same denominator. 3 times 16 plus, no, 16 minus 25. Sorry, 16 minus 25 is negative 9. So I have a minus, oops. So I have a minus 9 plus 40i. Distribute the 3 in. I'm going to end up with negative 27 plus 120i all over 1681. Isn't that ugly? All right, moving on. Find the complex solution to this equation. Okay, so our denominator, or common denominator, I'm adding this is 1 plus I and 1 plus I. And this is 1 minus I and 1 minus I. Well, these two conjugates are going to give me 5 minus 5I over I, which is 1 squared, minus I squared, which becomes 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 being 2. All right, so now I have 5 minus 6, so negative 1. Negative 5 minus 6 minus 11 over 2 is negative 12 over 2, which is negative 6. That's a complex solution. Well, there you go. Negative 6. All right. Let's look at our last slide, our in-class practice. So feel free to go do that and then check these answers. All right, so this completes your work in chapter 2.3 and 4. Thank you.